Okay, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please give a moment to make sure everything's set on. That appears to be online. Get the Rumble description to include the YouTube link. That is good. And looks like that's good to go. Let me check my other computer. Please give me another moment. And looks like everything's good to go. Yep, everything seems to be good to go. So, oh wait, remember for local recordings, I need to change the file name. And there we go. And it appears everything is go. So, go to get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Small on the right side as the pink Dravidians, we have Cheekist, Rickis? I have no idea how to pronounce that. On the left side as the blue Gajaris, we have Pipe de Ghana. Let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses. Dravidians are infantry and naval civilization. Navy is not going to be useful whatsoever. You see plus 200 wood when advancing to each next age, which can be quite nice, especially if you want to get out a quick stable. Fishermen and fishing ships carry, that's not important. Barracks technology costs 50% less. Siege workshops cost 33% wood. Skirmisher and elephant archers attack 25% faster. The 25% faster skirmisher can be very nice, especially for, say, Britons. Unique unit, Yoromai swordsman, which I do not remember what they fancy about them. Medical core. We do have elephants. Units regenerate 30 health per minute. Wood steel increases infantry and cavalry attacks. Ignore armor. That increases the ability to ignore armor. And as the blue bonuses, which I'm actually doing magenta. Oh well, just trying to observe people. Gajaris, cavalry and camel civilization starts 2 4A bushes. Garrison mills with livestock produce food trickle. Down to the units deal 20% bonus damage. In each age, starting feudal, can garrison docks with fishing ships. Charkham throws, there's a infantry unit that fires in a line. There's a pair of blue archers right there. And let's see now. They also have access to Shrimtra's Riders, which is a rider that has not Alpha Strike, but it has like a damage shield to resist their range damage, if I remember correctly. And Camel Scout, which is an early camel. Unique units, Kershatrias, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Military units cost 25% less food, which is very useful in, say, your scout line. Or, I suppose you do still get the scout line, including up the Hussars. Frontier guards, camel riders, and elephant archers get +4 melee armor, which makes it a bit more of a standard unit. And camels and elephant units get 25% faster. Do got 5 archers here. His opponent can deploy out faster throwing skirmishers, not faster firing, but faster throwing. Also, he gets the the technologies for chemistry tech to get his spears on fire. That's when you can fire spears, right? Of course, in this map here, we do have initial camels that are put on the field for constant units, so you don't get a free scout. Some maps have like a initial camel or initial horse for your scouting unit rather than the actual scout or horseman.
Huh.
These villagers are, I think these houses are built up enough in order to be a second layer of wall. The palisade walls have up to 250 health, and these houses have a little less than that, but still be good enough. You have, looks like more archers, more villagers for blue. Over for pink, we do have Castle Age, Fast Castle. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it. My first cast for today, and my mind's melted today. Let's just put it bluntly. I was running a whole bunch of cable with my partner at work, and I was just forgetting everything. Honestly, he was in more of the same boat as well. It's one of those very, very long weeks of just running cable. Town center, multiple town centers going out by pink. Pink he gambled quite a bit going for a fast castle, and luckily he was able to get his walls off before the mass archers. So now he's going to get out 2 town centers, and his villager count will start to skyrocket. Speaking of villager count, looks like nothing, and now we can take a look at the number of villagers now. We got 31 to 27, but that's going to quickly change. Blue's not going for his own castle as well, realizing that he's going to be far, far behind. He's unable to crack his opponent's base, so he knows the extreme danger if he doesn't go for his castle age as soon as possible. Magenta or pink should be able to pull out quite a far ahead with the villager count, thanks to these towns are just being pulled on the field. Also now being cleaned up by magenta or pink as well, which you probably could use for defensive castles. Let's see, pink. They can get Urama Swordsman, which could be a possibility if he's going for multiple castles with a stone. We got a Mangonel here, trying to counter the now crossbowman. Looks like he just got both Bodkin and Arrow. Oh, I see a lot of upgrades popping on off there. He has both Fletching and Bodkin Arrow. You now have a monk being pulled on the field for magenta. Paul just trying to claim relics. I don't think it's going to be very useful for his mass crossbowman. Good splits there. We're seeing minor splash. That is blue's camel. It's not a flaming camel. I wonder, will there be like an animation somebody will do if you just to light on fire, say, arrow of chemistry? These outposts are quite nice, giving some great spotting for the Mangonel. The Mangonel's vision range, if we turn this on, is not as great as the range and as the vision range, of course, of the outpost. But still, and he's trying to have to basically rely on these Mangonels for defense. The Mangonel's so full health, these crossbow, none of them have gone down. Bit of damage onto them. Do got this monster here, trying to go for another outpost. Villager count is heavily in favor towards pink. Like I said, those extra town centers was very important. His opponent may not even had enough wood for those town centers, just like pink did. He timed it down to a T to get out those 2 town centers immediately upon castling up. So pink had a very, very precise build order of mine, and he succeeded. And he may not succeed with Monk for Relic. And dead. How much vision range does this camel provide? The camel's vision range appears to be the same as a scout, which is nice. It's large, but not exactly really, really big. Monks probably have like the largest vision range in the game, if I remember correctly. Could be mistaken about that. Blue's right now going for some Shimmershaw riders, as well as some more monks of his own. He's trying to claim the relics. Pink right now is going for some spearmen. Mangonels are good, but he may want something a bit more aggressive towards these crossbowmen. Knights, well, Dravidians, they can't get out knights, can they? Maybe a couple battle elephants could be in order. He can't get any attack ups with these elephants as well. Wait, can they not get knights? Dravidians, they can't get knights or camels. It feels like every time there's a recent patch, the 3 places it gets bugged and we can see it gets pulled on field. Yeah, the Nightlines. Sorry, I'm gonna have to pull this up. Can they not get knights? Okay, that maybe just Dravidians. They can't get knights or battle elephants. They're stable as bare bones, isn't it? Yeah, he can only get out up to light cavalry and battle elephants, and not even the elite battle elephant. Got Shimmershaw rider now pulled on the field. I wonder if that Shimmershaw's rider's shield affects Mangonel shots. If it does, it's a little bit overpowered. But then again, I suppose you don't really use Mangonels against cavalry. Right, going for conversion there. Does come to Shimmershaw rider, and actuality, capturing the Shimmershaw Rider is a big problem for Blue because he's a crossbow army, and now he just gave his opponent a counter unit. Got these villagers advancing forward. Spearmen not going to accomplish all too much. What are those villagers eyeing? There's a lot of gold up north, so both players need to start contesting the flanks. In the center of the map, there's not a whole lot. This is opposite of the gold mining pit map. Lion trying to get some noms with these forces. Shimmershaw Rider is trying to slice apart that lion. Not a Nebaton lion. Got a good number of spearmen here, and this monk with a relic does not fall back in time. And I don't know why, I've been playing too much Age of Empires 4 and I thought he's going to try to go for conversion. Oh! Massive hit there. Let's try and go for a forward castle here. He's trying to pull out the forward castle now. This villager's trying to stab the castle. Let's get some good damage there. Crossbow's charging on forward. Shimmershaw Rider needs to start hitting forward. There goes some conversions here. He does get the scout there. Rolls some misses there. Shimmershaw Riders. He's converting multiple Shimmershaw Riders. What has Blue been deploying out on the field? I'm surprised that Pink's able to get so much work done with such a little force. Blue's currently deploying out nothing. He needs knights. As well, the spearmen are there to stop the knights. Of course, Dravinians, they can't get out knights, can they? It's a weird game where they can no side can deploy out knights. No side really wants to deploy out any other things. We've got, of course, now a pair of Shimmershaw Riders converted, pushing its way forward. Spearmen are, of course, pretty good versus Shimmershaw Riders. And of course, got Pink's Castle right there. He does throw a pair of the Shimmershaw Riders in there, maybe with just a bit of health regen, as well as keeping in reserve. Pink's out trying to claim this forward stone deposit there. He needs to get out some battering ram to deal with this castle. Blue's just not pulling out counters or any sort of military. This game feels like that both sides are pulling out far too small of militaries. Monastery has 3 relics or 2 relics inside. Pink has claimed 1 relic as well. And I see 1 relic on the map as well, so it looks like Pink may be claiming another. I don't think Blue has another relic, monk with a relic. That's just a camel. This monster, of course, is on the high ground, sustained a lot less damage. It's also in a very cinematic position at the edge of that little hill. Got more scouts being pulled on the field, so it's going to try to overwhelm the Magnelos with the scouts, which is good. The castle still presents a problem to his opponent. Blue's not going for a large wave of light cavalry to go on the field. By the way, he has light cavalry upgrade. I'm going to hit some of these villagers now, take out 2 of those repairing villagers. I wonder, monk technology, he can't get redemption for converting siege pieces. Right here, speaking of which, we've got monks push way forward. Of course, they can't convert siege units without the research. He may be trying to eye to reclaim the Shimmershaw Riders. 1 Shimmershaw Rider has been reclaimed. Shimmershaw Rider does go down. Mangonel finds a small splash hit there onto the monk. Let's get the Mangonel there. Both the monks go down the last remaining shot. Who's now pulling out another wave of light cavalry. Got an archery range, a pair of archery range now pulling the field. Soon to have 4. Soon to have 3. And he is getting some damage there onto this house. Pair light cavalry being researched. Got more armor, more farming research. The plow. And Pink is now eyeing for another forward castle. Pink's now Imperial Age. Blue, I don't think it's going for Imperial Age just yet. And now got another blue castle now going on up. We've now got the light cavalry now push way forward. I'm not sure what those light cavalry were doing. Maybe hitting his opponent. Light cavalry charging forward. We got a couple crossbows here for Pink. What if they were converted crossbows? Light cavalry push way forward. There's still a large number of spearmen here taking out those light cavalry. Now, guys, a bit of castle war now. He needs to deploy. I'm sort of surprised he hasn't deployed out some battering rams. It feels like most players don't pull out battering rams, which could be very useful in this case. Archer range does go down now. Greens, of course, can deploy out the Chakram Thrower from the castle, which are not going to be useful in this case. Do they do melee or pierce damage? Oh. Oh, that villager must have went down to this castle. I think he also canceled the farms right there, or deleted them, so they didn't automatically reseed the farm or go back to that farm after their original farm expired. You got some arrow fire onto these villagers. Looks like he's trying to micro them around, trying to avoid any additional castle fire, which he's doing a good job of dodging, but also spending a lot of micro dodging. We got a big wave of trebuchets now pulled up by Pink, and this castle will likely go down. Blue's now trying to pull out some more light cavalry and also going for the Imperial Age. Can't get Hussars. He also has access to the Kurishatas, which means in this age, in order he could potentially get out cheaper light cavalry as well. And Blue does back up the game now. This is Adam Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Not really a good replay. Okay, this did get fixed. Greetings everyone, and great here of another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the top right side as the Red Incans. We have Shirk Crispian. I have no idea how to pronounce that. And spawn on the left side as the Blue Japanese. We have I Love Baskets, which is not a half bad thing to love. Baskets are interesting. Sort of. Not sure how to describe it. Can't really dislike baskets. Oh, either way, we do have... Let's go ahead and cover each player's civilization bonuses. Incan civilization. They are, of course, a infantry civilization. Military units cost less food, 15, 20, 25, 30% in each age. Which is quite a bit, actually. That can make your... Oh, I suppose you don't have access to scouts in the Hussar line because you're Incans. Unique unit or villagers affected by blacksmith upgrades, starting Castle Age. House support 10 population, so you can need to build less housing. Buildings cost 50% less stone, which affects both your town centers, barring your first town center, as well as your keeps, your castles, and your outposts, and most importantly. Unique units, a Kamyuk, which is a infantry unit with a spearman unit with a 1 range, and a slinger, which is a variation of a counter archer or infantry unit, if I remember correctly. This is similar to the role of a hand cannoneer, if I could be mistaken about that. Unique text: Indian swing, skirmishers, and slingers all minimum range, which is nice, but nothing really critical. And fabric shields, giving +1/+2 armor to Kamyuk slingers and eagle warriors. Oh, looks like there was a bit of a pause right there. We got these scouts pushing around. And now let's switch over to Blue and see cover civilization benefits. So we've got these scouts moving around. Trying to find an opening there. One of them is a little bit wounded. The villager count is still the same, so he didn't take out any villagers. Spearmen trying to stab them. And Japanese fishing ships get twice the hit points, but of course this is not a fishing map. And oh, they actually work faster per age. That's actually pretty good for a water map. Japan's like a jack of all trades civilization. You even get fully upgraded heavy cav archers. Lumber mining camps cost 50% less, which makes it so you can expand a little bit easier. And infantry is attack 33% faster starting in feudal age, which is a really, really powerful bonus. These archers are slipping on through. There's 4 scouts here. They can pick off some of these archers, though there's a single spearman to poke them. Unique units, of course, is Samurai, which is an anti-unique unit. Yasuma, which allows the towers to shoot extra arrows, makes all your towers fire 3 arrows. And Capateros, trebuchets fire faster and pack faster. With actuality, it makes them fire so quick or pack so quickly that if you pack up immediately upon firing, you can actually do no damage. Because when they are packed up, they have 0 attack. Team bonus, galleys get plus 50% line of sight, which could make them much able to be decent scouts if they were playing a water map. We've got some skirmishers now pulled on the field. Scouts push way forward as well. No melee infantry units to engage opponent. Japan, can they get? Yeah, they get both supplies and Gambersons. And we got a severely large army of archers here. so the skirmishers are a good idea. If you don't know what your opponent's going, if you're worried about your opponent's going to attack archers, just get out some spearmen early. Not spearmen, skirmishers. Skirmishers do well in most matchups. They're cheap, and they're good in most early matchups. I'm about to sneeze, so sorry about that. Good shots there. Getting some good high ground damage there. Does roll a miss there. Spearman trying to still poke away against these guys. Sneeze is still not has come out. And now got the Spearman now charging down the hill, trying to engage the Spearman. Does get some pokes there. Spearman, of course, they deal 3 damage. Skirmishers have 0 armors, but they still have 30 health, so it takes 10 stabs and they're dead. But now the skirmishers starting to get overran. Got some horsemen charging forward. Horsemen not receiving fire there. There's a lot of archers here. Skirmishers being slowly picked apart. He may need to get inside the town center. Does pull some into the town center. Make his way up north. Towns of Fire probably goes to right about here. It should start receiving. Nope. I always forget how short the town center fire is. I mean, in almost every other Age of Empires game, including Age of Mythology, Town Center Fire actually has decent range, but in this game, not so much. Skirmishers does get some good damage there. Takes on another Spearman there. Very, very good. Gets some good damage. Scouts could push on forward. They need to hit these archers, and now there goes all those Spearmen support. The Scouts could just start being aggressive forward. A lot of the Skirmishers get some damage on in as they start drawing fire. Scouts have 2 inherent Pierce armor. And I do have these archers making their way around back, maybe trying to find another angle of engagement. Red's going for more archers and more villagers, not big surprise. And over here for blue, we just see more skirmishers and more villagers. You need an eye for a bit more skirmishers, and extra scouts wouldn't hurt. These skirmishers are being separated from the scouts. These archers does get some free damage there. And now got the lion there. The lion could actually have picked off this wounded guy there. I don't know how much damage a lion does. We see a lion to click on. Here we go. I can't see how much damage it does. The villager here could be picked on off. Does run away in time. There is still a breach there. The villager's trying to run away for his life. Villager does have loom, so does have 2 inherent pierce armor on the villagers. And there's enough skirmishers to ward away against these archers. But now Blue's scout there does spot all of these archers as well. Blue needs to get out another archer range. They had a brief moment of not pulling out anything. There's a slight villager count advantage for Blue as well. Market not being put on field. Arrows not raining on in. Takes the 3rd volley. Does not kill off that villager there. This villager now receiving lots of fire there. That's got one of the archers now. Does pick off that villager. Oh, and these archers are making way forward. Does take out that villager now. This villager trying to close the breach once again. Got a single skirmisher here. And there is 10 skirmisher or archers right here. Only 4 here. I think he needs to actually stop pursuing these 4 and start hitting these guys. Starting to pursue 3. A lot of these villagers are getting hit. One of them does go down. And I believe that is Castle Age. We do see Castle Age on the build queue. Opponent is going for Castle Age and has it starting building sooner. Getting more archers well, so we see some crossbowmen. Spearmen do pop on out the archer range. But right now they're being hit by within their minimum range. Let's get a decent dodge there. Archer's now falling back. He's going to fall back to get a crossbowman bodkin arrow timing. Now I do got horse collar as well for red or blue. Castle Age is halfway done. He desperately does need to get out some more mobile units. Elite skirmishers probably be important as well. I'm pretty sure Japan should be able to get that. Yeah, the elite skirmisher. They can get most things. You just simply can't get paladins and hussars. Light cavalry good. Hussars upgrade as a marginal improvement compared to the scouts to light cavalry. And paladins are incredibly expensive. You hardly actually really see paladin. Even professional play, you mostly just see cavalier. We got 9 skirmishers here. He needs to immediately get out elite skirmisher upgrade in my opinion, as well as getting more pierce armor. He needs these skirmishers to hit really hard. Going for bodkin arrow, going for elite skirmisher, very, very good. It does take a bit of time for elite skirmisher. Bodkin arrow is complete for red. And looks like they did pause the game. Does throw some rounds there onto the house. Let's get inside the town center. And this farm will quickly go on down. Farms have no pierce armor. But honestly, I don't see how a bunch of arrows hitting a bunch of... they're probably spoiling all the food. They are not able to quickly eat up all the fresh kebabs that his opponent's making for him. Now you got the elite skirmisher there, bottom arrow there. They do have the same range, but there's a lot of crossbowmen here. There's 20 versus 10 elite skirmishers. But he does have the counter unit. Some of these villagers, of course, are not working with all the dead farms. We do not got a forward siege workshop. Is he going for a mangonel or a battering ram? He's going for mangonels. He's going for ballistics as well, which is very important for all these crossbowmen. Japan can also go for Parthian tactic heavy cavalry archers in the future, but of course that is Imperial Age and not Castle Age. You can get cavalry archers there in transition. Let's get a couple more crossbowmen there. Mangonel push way forward. You have, looks like a pierce armor research. Very, very nice. Currently, the crossbowmen do 7 damage. The elite skirmishers have 5 pierce armor. And once you get this research, it will put them to 6 pierce armor, reducing the damage output or damage received from these crossbowmen by 50%. Because it go from 2 damage to 1. Pair of mangonels on build queue. Now it's going for even some some cavalry archers. Though I don't think cavalry archers are actually that good in this point in time. As much as I keep pointing it out that the Japan can get heavy cav fully upgraded stock cavalry archers, it's still probably not something that great at this point in time. It's when the cavalry archers get all the research, they become a pretty good anti-archer unit as well. Including Parthian Tactics, because Parthian Tactics give an additional, what, 2 pierce armor? I can't look it up from right here. Ooh. Red's Mangonel does fire another volley there. Oh, and receive a good hit there. Who has another Mangonel put on the field? He may want to go for a battering ram. A battering ram will be very resilient to crossbow fire, as well as be able to punch some holes in the siege workshop. There's not enough skirmishers as well. He needs to get out more archer ranges. Or some horsies. Trying to focus on the Mangonel. And not getting any good hits there. Elite skirmishers are getting picked on off. We've got another Mangonel on the build queue. Villager count is in favor for Japan. We've got this Mangonel pushing before. Cannot raid town center. Got some shots there into this town center. Archers are moving across, moving around. Is there a breach right there? There may actually be a hole right there. I think the villagers try to go forward and try to shank that Mangonel. Yeah, that was a pretty sizable hole there. That is a big oversight by Blue. But that was a deadly hit there, killing about 6 of them? 7 of them? Get some good splash damage there as well. We're starting to repair up the Mangonel. Very, very nice. Up north, we got more crossbows advancing forward. There is a breach there from the lumber mill. Cavalry Archers right now at this point in time has only 2 pierce armor, 6 range. The crossbowmen have 7 range. So they should be able to hunt down these small groups such as this one there. Mangonel does finish off these crossbowmen there. Look at that. There's actually a pile of corpses there. Sorry I missed that one. Looks like all the crossbowmen cleaned them up, which is very important for Blue. Blue's been not in a great position this entire game, but now he's going to pull out these heavy cavalry archers and push his way forward. You got now Blue's second or additional Mangonel pushing forward. No dodge there, getting direct hit there on Red's Mangonel. Let's see now. We do have infrastructure here. More crossbows being strewn on across the map. But the heavy cav archers, they could park themselves on the high ground there and just start intercepting the reinforcements. Red's Mangonel is down to 1 health. And here comes the heavy cavalry archers. Crossbowman and Mangonel push way forward. and does find these villagers there. He may not have ballistics at the moment, does he? No, he does not have ballistics, so you have to get nice and close. He doesn't even have thumb ring either. Skirmisher trying to do some damage on these crossbowmen. Is getting some damage on the crossbowmen. More cavalry archers being blown up by the Japanese. Right now, the villager count is in favor of red, 54 to 52. These cavalry archers are in a position to pick off some more. Blue still needs to pull out some more skirmishers, as well as to engage these Mangonels. A battering ram could be helpful for that. Or even just a handful of scouts. Blue only has the one town center right now, while red does have 2 town centers, so blue needs to start hitting those villagers a little bit harder. Looks like blue's Mangonel does go down, as well as red, one of red's. Now trying to focus down. This Mangonel has 3 health, trying to repair it on up. This villager picking it off will deny forward construction. Of course, cavalry archers don't exactly have a great accuracy, and without ballistics they even have less accuracy, and without thumb ring they even have less accuracy. More archer rangers being put on the field, very nice. Blue has deployed out another Mangonel. Blue has still has 200 stone. Red's got some stone in as well. Red also very, very low on food. Cavalry archers push way forward. Receive a decent hit there from the Mangonel. Fires a volley there on this Mangonel. And oh, both goes down. That's a good trade for Red since he had less health. Got another Mangonel now being pulled out on the field. We do have these cavalry archers falling on back. Red skyrocketing ahead in villager count. Annihilates a single crossbowman. Now Blitzlick's now being researched for blue. Very nice. He still needs thumb ring. Both sides got a bit of a slice of damage there. Oh wait, no, his actually went fully down there. That was the archer range health. Alright, push on forward. Let's see if Mangonel out there. And blue does back of the game now. He just simply did not pull enough skirmishers. He wanted to go for heavy cav archers, but he simply was unsuccessful. This is Adam Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on top side as the red Portuguese, we have Fox PLP. Spawn on the south side as the blue Mongols, we have a foreign name. If I remember correctly as well, oh, there's a lot of cows. Let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses. Portuguese, they are naval and gunpowder civilization. All units cost 20% less gold. Warriors generate wood in addition for food. We can make warriors a bit much more effective for the Portuguese. Ships provides plus 10% health, which is going to be potentially useful in this map. And can build Federitas in Imperial Age, which is a good game unit or structure for the absolute late game. Unique units of Organ Gun, which is a variation of a Mangonel Scorpion, which I don't find it all that great in my opinion. And a Caravel. I'm not so sure what Caravel provides. I think the Caravel is even heavier than Galleon, but I could be mistaken about that. Unique text, Carax. Ships get +1/+1 armor, which can be very important here. Arquebus. Gunpowder units fire more accurately. Technologies research 25% faster. South side, the Mongols. Really a favorite civilization. Cavalry Archer civilization. Cavalry Archers fire 25% faster. Here's some engagements. Oh, just Scout Wars, looks like blue one. Light Cavalry, Hussars, Step Lancers get plus 30% hit point. Hunters work 40% faster. So it's best to go for, especially goes for hunts for your Mongols. Unique units of Magadai, a anti-siege Cavalry Archer. Unique text, Nomads, Lost Houses do not decrease headroom. Drilled. Siege Workshop units move 50% faster. Team bonus, Scout Cavalry, Light Cavalry, and Hussars get additional line of sight, so they're more effective at scouting. And I believe this map is one of the mega random maps. You can see here, we've got of course the water here. This patches of driftwood is buildable structures, and this map has a lot of gold in the center, so Navy can be very useful for the Portuguese if he gets his oh, looks like he's repairing the fishing ship in combat. Apparently, it does slightly outdamage the villager. Now we've got the 2 fire ships engaging. And Blue's fire galley was actually still trying to shoot the fishing ship there. The rounds were getting intercepted. But now I've got 2 fire galleys for the Portuguese player. And of course, his civilization bonus, give extra health, is going to be very important in these fire ship wars. So the Portuguese player has a lot of naval benefits going for him. And if the Portuguese can secure the sea, he will have all this gold. There's some good gold deposits there. The Mongols have 3 gold deposits safely in their region. And we do got 3 gold deposits in here for the Portuguese as well. So it looks like the map did spawn out even enough. That scout does get picked on off there. Very, very nice. We do still have some fishing ships deployed in the field. There's not a whole lot of fish in this in the water. So maybe going for probably no more than, say, 10 fishing ships is all you need. Yeah, no, not even that. Maybe no more than 5. Because there is a lot of fish on the field. Or not a lot of fish on the field. Fire galleys now trying to engage the dock. He can use the fire galleys to engage these fishing ships, as well as anything out at sea. We got these scouts patrolling around. These villagers are exposed. Got a single spearman here trying to stab these forces. The water bison do have 50% more food than a sheep, and does manage to get one of the kills on the villagers. Spearman push way forward, may want to stab this wounded one, and does get a stab there. It's good damage there, but the Spearman will go down. Got another Spearman push way forward. Now we do have another fire galley in the build queue for Blue. He's trying to engage this, or that's a demolition raft, looks like. Oh wait, there's a couple fire galleys here as well. Let's see, is Red Iron deploy anything to counter that? These fire galleys now push way forward. That could have been another fire galley there. Spearman does receive some fire, literally. And these scouts are patrolling around the sides. And probably another fire galley there. These fire galleys, one's a little bit more wounded than this one here. Plus the red ones have more health. Needs to focus on the wounded one first. Or fire control there. Great. I don't mean to say all these damn puns. Lack of fire control there by Red to focus on the wounded one, though I think he still would skip on out there. Scouts now charging forward, trying to stab the fire galleys. Remember, the Mongols are horse people. So even their horses can go out to sea, right? They're called seahorses. You have another docking plot in the field. Looks like Blue is trying to be a bit more aggressive, trying to take time to repair up the fire galleys of a villager. Very nice. Sorry, my drink went down the wrong throat. That's demolition raft. Towards the right hit. On the starboard side of that fire galley. Fishing ships trying to collect some fish. Another demolition raft there. Destroys a direct hit there, getting some great damage on 2 of those fire galleys. Red still has all his fire galleys. Pulls back this 4 health one as well. And these ones will be overwhelmed. Red may lose one here, but Blue does lose all his fishing ships. So no more fishing ships. Let's take out that fire galley there. Could perhaps take down the siege on this dock. There may be a fire galley on the inside. Oh wait, we do not have demolition raft being blown up by Portuguese player. That is another demolition raft there with a fire galley in queue. Red may be on to destroy these docks with demolition raft. I don't know how much damage a demolition raft does to a building. Oh. Did that go down? It died right there, right? Or did it blow up on... No, that dock says full health. I'm not sure how it died. Who's now advanced to the next age? Maybe misclicked and hit the self-destruct button? Oh, sorry, I just saw your Twitch comment. I cast Dawn of War 2 replays every Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon as an Eastern Standard Time afternoon. So if you are interested in more Dawn of War 2, you can go ahead, you can come back on Tuesday. If you want to see more replays I've cast, I do have a YouTube channel with a lot of replays stored up. You may be able to pull up the playlist, and there's probably about at least 100, maybe close to 200 replays if you wish to watch them. You now have the fire ship upgrade deployed out for Blue. How close is Red getting his Castle Age? Castle Age is almost complete, going for more fire galleys now. And when the fire galley upgrade gets researched, it increases damage to up to 2. So greatly increases damage output. It still does 1 damage per tick because it's pierce damage, but at least increases the rate of fire as well. At 9, you are UK based? Nope, I'm US based. Eastern Standard Time. So if you need to check out what time in comparison to my time your time is, right now my clock says 4:42 p.m. If you wish military time, that would be 16:42. We do have now the fire ships now hitting some of these fishing ships. Trying to engage the fire galley with 3 versus 1. I think the 3 versus 1 will win out, though we may lose a couple of these fire ships. We do now have these fire ships patrolling around. Red does have his own fast fire or fire ship research now, not focused on the 2 health one. Could turn around, burn it alive. Fishing ships push way forward. Does get some of these fishing ships down. Knight pushing way forward, trying to find some slices there onto the villager. And now trying to convert some of these knights now. Does get that one converted as well. Getting some conversion like that is very nice. Trying to get this relic back at home, but of course fire is a great way to burn the heretics. Does take out the fire ship there. Got a big wave of fire ships now deployed on the field. One of them is severely wounded. Around 4, I have your Twitch alerts. I'm not familiar with what you mean by that. I guess you mean notifications as I've started streaming, I guess. We do have the fire ships being focused on down, receiving quite a bit of damage. We've got these fire ships over here with 1 knight support. Up north, we've got this fire ship here with 2 health remaining. So a brief burst from these makeshift flamethrowers should be able to take it out. Down south, we got the knight skirmish around trying to find some villagers, but of course the converted knight can be able to engage. Okay, perfect. Does take out 1 villager there, very nice. And the red knight will go down, give enough time of pursuing. While I can get some damage on and if he cuts corners. We do got demolition raft there, or demolition ship. Oh, they're very stacked up. Double kill. Another demolition raft or demolition ship. Red has lost quite a bit of ships there. He could try pulling out a castle here that can really help lock down an area and allows him to get his unique tech for the Karak giving +1/+1 armor. Those opponents against fire ships doesn't really provide any really armor for that. Up north we do have, I just see some pings up there. And did the tiger just take out the knight, or did the knights take out the knight? Either way, that knight has gone for the forever sleep at night. Okay, that joke was not going anywhere. We have a demolition ship now over here, another demolition ship. And he could have self-detonate there in between the two, get a good splash. Does find another demolition raft there, gets quick damage there. Fire ship's now focused on the fire ship. I hear a conversion there. He's trying to convert some of these fire ships. And a spearman gets converted. How damning. Oh, monk, push way forward. There must have been a relic up in that region. Right now, blue has 3 relics. Red may be carrying a relic back home. I'm not sure. Nope, there's 2 relics over here, so I'm not sure what that monk was doing. I hear a spearman stabbing a barracks. He's going to show that barracks who's boss. Do not got Atonement and Sanctity not being researched. What other monk technology is going for? Nothing yet. Atonement allows you to convert other monks. Sanctity increases your health of your monk by, was it by 25 or 35 health hit points? A good amount. Ooh. Demolition ships get some good hits there. I think he's trying to go for the monk's technology there. He's trying to convert his opponent's fire ships as well as the monks. Does reclaim that spearman. Trying to convert some of these fire ships now. And he should be able to provide some good protection for his own fire ships with these monks. And now we've got a castle being blown up by the Portuguese. This will help lock down right there. Those find a demolition raft there. Knights patrolling around. Those could have been converted knights, honestly. Monks trying to go for conversion there. Does get a conversion on one of the fire ships. Does go down. And there is a double kill there by the demolition raft. Castle going up. Got a pair of defensive spearmen here. Knights can defeat spearmen in a one-on-one combat. And so a 2v2 should go also in favor. This monk has 100% sanctity. He's trying to go for conversion with this other one. Does claim that one. Does get both of those knights there. Does lose a monk, however. The monk's going to take time to patch up the knights. Castle's gone up, which will provide some good naval supremacy. We do now have a castle now being employed at sea. The strongest of all foundation. Dead brush on top of water. Scouts going on down to the fire ships. We've punched down to a demolition ship. We got another pair of demolition ships there. Oh. He doesn't see that, does he? Oh, if he's had a little bit more vision. And fire ships don't exactly have the greatest vision range, does it? Thank you. And now enjoy the playlist. I'm not sure how many, now think about it, I can't remember how many replays I have for Dawn of War 2. It is a significant number. The reason why I asked the, I'm pretty sure you probably on the Elite Mod Discord server, the reason why I asked them to use my Twitch channel rather than my YouTube channel is when it comes to uploads, it's because I have a lot of replays released per day when it comes to YouTube. And so it'll probably just clog up that feed. You're now the castle now being pulled out on the field. And now do you have these fast fire ships push way forward? He does have fast fire ships over here. And now he's going to claim all the gold out on the island. And claiming this gold is very important. He's going to skip on claiming up this gold as well. Keep that in reserve just in case. Mongols has plenty of gold remaining here, so he does have enough gold to force his opponent out in this region. But fire ships will pose a threat, as well as even to the, say, battering rams that may cross, as well as the trebuchets, because there's no safe place here to set up your siege weapons away from the castle, though he could pass deploy it right here near his castle. $53,000 hours if Dawn of War 2? Jeez. How often has that you sort of left the game on overnight at the main menu, for example, to get that many hours? Because that is an absurd amount. You have another dock being pulled out here by the Portuguese player, maybe trying to pull out a fast fire ship to quickly come out and burn those fishing ships. He wishes fishing ships were nice and crispy. Got a single Mega Knight now pulled on the field. Do Mega Knights do bonus damage versus ships? Probably not. We do have these villagers not pushing away over here. He may just want to avoid the water and go around and start hitting the space over here. Because he's going to have trouble contesting the water, though these castles will provide him good base of siege. We do have, of course, Imperial Age for the Mongols. We do also have Imperial Age not being foiled by the Portuguese. And both those demolition ships do go down. The castle is providing enough fire support there. And there's a lot of gold here. Red maybe try to claim as much gold as he can, but that's still going to be leftovers even if he does lose region. We're going to convert some of these forces. We do got the mechanized being pulled on out. A massive wave of demolition ships there. And it does get, and now Blue's going to throw demolition ships into the demolition ships. Oh no. Oh. And now we've got heavy demolition ships there. We've got a big wave of heavy demolition ships now being queued on up. And apparently heavy demolition ships can one-shot these fast fire ships. Also, I don't really know much of the water balance. I don't really like casting most people don't like water maps in general, let alone casting them. Got Mechanized pushing forward. The Mechanized can take out part of this trebuchet. Got more castles now being deployed on the field. Portuguese player just may need to get out some cannon galleons. Mechanized, Die are getting some great hits on the trebuchet. Does take it out. Now these villagers will see some hits there. Does take out some stuff there. Now the demolition ship that blew up. And gets a good hit there. Doesn't take out the trebuchets in one hit, apparently. Heavy demolition ships do 140 damage. They're probably hitting these villagers there. And the demolition ships are intercepting demolition ships. Does take out the demolition ship there before it goes down the castle fire. We have another red castle here. He needs to play out his own trebuchets, though. The Magnite, of course, can counter that. Blue's trebuchets are now sitting on up. He's now made his way onto land, so it's harder for the heavy demolition ships to engage those trebuchets. Some cannon galleons should be able to reach them, though they don't have exactly the greatest range. They hit the castle first. Does take out one of the heavy demolition ships there. Castle does receive some fire that's not exactly cost effective, though. Castle's not trying to go for some more trebuchets, more heavy demolition ships being pulled out on the field. And looks like Red does back the game now. This Anagrade saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the north side as the red Chinese, where Stalin spawned on the south side as the blue Poles. We have Revux 00011. Maybe? I have no idea how to pronounce some of these names. Let's of course cover each player's civilization bonuses. The Chinese start 3 additional villagers, but start 50 less wood, 200 less food, and technologies cost 10% less than feudal, 15% less than castle, 20% less than pure age. Counters increase population support 10 and have +5 line of sight. Demolition ships have additional hit points, not going to be useful here. Unique units of Chuko New Archer, which is an archer that fires 3 arrows. Unique text, Great Wall, towers and walls get +30% health. Rocketry give Chuko No's +2 attack, and Scorpions get +4 attack. Team bonus, farms has +10% food capacity, so it makes you reseed less often. Poles, cavalry civilization. Villagers have health regen, increases per age. Unique has the fork instead of mills, which does make it so nearby farms immediately provide their food as they're built. A part of it, like 10% of it. A unique unit, Oblique. Oblique is a armor stripping melee unit. Winged Hussar is a alternate, more advanced version of the Hussar. And we've got the scouts trying to engage on in. Red scout does have more health than blue scouts. Trying to get some hits there onto that villager. As you see that dance going around. And it does manage to stop the scout pushing forward. Looks like there's a little bit of health on each of these palisade walls, trying to break some down. Unique text, Sakalaja privileges, I'm probably butchering that. Knights cost 60% less gold. Makes them close to trash, but not necessarily. Psychic Legacy, light cavalry deals light trample damage. And he can go, of course, the Hussar, or the Winged Hussar team bonus. Scout cavalry, light cavalry, and Hussars get +1 attack versus archers, so make it a bit more effective as a counter unit. We got a handful of scouts on the plot of the field by the Chinese player with a spearman. Another scout there. And now he's going to try to push his way forward and engage onto this wall segment. Taking some damage there. Trying to repair it up the villager now. More scouts for 4, so it looks like there's 4 scouts in the field and at least 1 spearman. Spearman's coming on back home, trying to protect this gold line. And we do got a nice set of walls around the poles. Town center. Not necessarily a base, not necessarily a city. Village is home. We do now have the wall system is repaired up to full. The villager will of course need to take time to repair it up a bit more. And pull out some temporary walls there. It does get another blacksmith in order to patch up that wall. We got some spearmen have been pulled out by blue. This is going for more spearmen for defense. Red is right now going for more villagers. And it looks like both sides are now eyeing just the eco on up. Got a line of walls here for red. That's his or housing, not walls. That's going to be his wall. Blue scout here is severely wounded. Could have gotten inside the town center there. Fires some arrows, does but missed. And there's also a little bit of cliff edge over there. Not like it's going to be matter much. These scouts now, that's his own. They're not trying to push forward to attack. Scout stands around. I believe there's a full wall up now for red and maybe opening down here. Heard a bit of engagement somewhere. Red scouts push forward. There's a scout. Okay, this is the 4th one. That may be the original scout there. Getting the auto scout going. We got some of these spearmen on patrol. I think they are actually on patrol move there. And the red scout not pushing around. We do got the castle age for red. As well as now a pair of knights being pulled out by red for as well. He's trying to eye for a bit more aggressive with his knights. Will be eyeing for aggression with his knights. Going for the double broad axe. I believe that's what it's called. I always forget the name of the economic upgrades. Oh, that's 2-man saw. That's definitely not the, I think that is called double broad axe. No, that's the first one. What's this axe called? Sawmill? I don't know. We do now have the spearmen trying to engage these scouts. The scouts should be able to overwhelm it. Another town center here. Both players have, of course, have entered the castle. Blue's castle's about to going up. He may be eyeing for his unique technologies, which is knights cost 60% less gold. He's not going for any knights at the moment, even though he's a cavalry position. So it looks like he's going to get this, maybe go for the unique tech, and then pull out scout as knights. And that's exactly what he's doing. Going for the discount play soon and quickly. Red, however, has a massive number of scouts or knights here, as well as getting out some camels now. Good idea to go for camels early on because he's fighting against the poles. They're going to employ out cavalry. They can only get the pikemen, no halberdier. They can get out champions, but no gambersons. But I guess if against other melee cavalry units, that's not very important. And they can't get hand cannoneers. Okay, that's the armored elephant. Can't get only the onager, no siege onagers. Spearman will spot these forces, get some pokes there onto a scout. Trying to go for some more knights now, discount knights. And this palisade gate will go down very, very quickly. These villagers can't build up the walls quickly enough. Does quickly tap at that with a hammer, trying to focus on this house now. Doing a good job. Now he has both scouts villagers going. He actually did manage to close a breach for now. Trying to pull out some more of these knights. And there's a good number of camels in this region. Just only 3, not a great number. Though the other amount of knights in the region, 6 knights, 3 scouts, there's a lot of mass there. He has a very, very good number of camels now. Looks like he has 7 camels at the moment. The Chinese can also get heavy camels, right? Get the Imperial Age, he can't get heavy camels as well. So those camels will have more and more value as the game goes on longer. You may want to go for some range units to engage those camels, because of course camels do have no inherent pierce armor. So you can go for some archers to help put some holes into those camels. Of course, that will be a bit more vulnerable to those scouts and to those knights. Does get a conversion off there. Does get 2 conversions off there as well. That is very, very good for red. Now there's a significant cavalry force there. It does lose one of the monks there, but does drop off a relic there. The other one will claim the relic as well. Blue needs to fall back. Maybe throw these guys into the castle there. At least the wounded guys can get some health regen, which could be useful. Did they just get deleted right there? Or they may have just been deleted there. Red has 4 towns to support on the field, getting great village production. Blue has only 50, which means he may not even have a second town center, does he? Where's the town center? There's the town center. Sort of blended in with these stables. Yeah, Blue does not have a second town center, which is actually a bit of a problem for him. Getting some heal onto these units. I think those maybe the converted knights are getting healed on up. You have 24 knights here versus a force of 25. Skip the monk there, so it's actually a force of 24. But overall, this should be a very, very good counter force here for all those camels. Trying to make his way over here, trying to create a breach. Trying to make a breach over here. Now I've got some obliques here. Obliques are ripping apart those scouts who are on a hold ground stance. Getting some hits there on these housing. That could actually put red into PopCap, right? Close. Oh wait, no, they don't get a plus 10 per house. No, as the town centers will get plus 10 housing, not the houses. My bad. But we've still got a good engagement here, but looks like Blue has a better engagement overall. Looks like these guys, a bit of a better concave for Blue, but there's still, of course, a higher quality force for Red, or more of a counter force. Blue needs to fall back. A number of these knights are quite wounded. Got 39 forces overall. There's also 1 red spearman in the mix as well, probably getting some great damage on in. And right now we've got these 13 knights falling back, and we've got these 18 calf mounted units here for red. And also, Blue's force is much, much more wounded, isn't it? See, a lot of guys are nearly dead. We of course have the Ublik, which are armor rippers, which will be eventually good if the knights give enough time. That armor ripping mechanics not exactly that great, honestly. Of course, it is a heavy melee unit without investing to, say, the militia line upgrades. But could use some spearmen to engage opponent's force. With its opponents trying to pull out a lot of camels there. Does abandon the relics out of that monastery, trying to re-garrison this monastery there. Very, very nice. Looks like red does have all 5 relics. 1 relic still over here. These 4 are being put back over here. Now starting to try to engage the house gate there. Got the Ubliks smashing down the monastery. Red does have a significant force of camels here. Blue just can't really engage. Even get a convert on one of these knights. Does find a great choke point there. Gains some great damage on in. And he deletes some of the structures there to prevent the choke point there. Very, very nice. Counter is firing away. Has 10 arrows firing. Basically all do 1 damage each. Oblik seems to fire there. Got the knights and the camels are now engaging in melee. Obliks are largely staying alive, however. Obliks now may want to turn around and fight. Can't really retreat them back. More knights push way forward. The Obliks are now drawing a lot of fire from the camels, which actually is great for Blue. And there was a messy engagement from both sides. It's hard to tell who actually came up on top. Red has more kills than deaths, so it looks like overall Red did come on top. Now, with all 5 relics, there's going to be a lot of gold income there. Monster now receiving quite a bit of damage from the Ublik, as now as well as a pair of knights. Trying to push their way forward. A number of these forces do have less armor, but the monks, if they heal to full health, the armor is returned. So another game here. I don't think it's going to go well for Blue. So we've got a lot of camels in this region. Blue's not starting to fall back. These camels are making their counterattack. Has 2 melee armor researched for his camels. Lion trying to say hi. It will be quickly picked on off by the castle. Herbal medicine? Looks like he's going to try to throw these guys into the castle there for the health regen. And herbal medicine's actually going to be used. Great micro there. And look at the health regen. You can see them noticeably ticking up. You do get health regen by being inside a garrison. And herbal medicine will increase the health regen by ×6. There's getting some great healing there. But he has that many monks. Why did he go for that herbal medicine with that many monks? Seriously, and not to mention these guys are not being healed up either. He could have got a lot better health. He probably could have been fully healed up by now if the monks would just heal them up. Now we've got the house being pulled on out, trying to close this breach there. And we'll now sort of try to slice that open some of these palisade walls. Who's now advancing forward with these knights. We'll find an angle there onto these villagers there. Very nice. And go for some conversions. He's starting to individual target there. Looks like only gets 2 of those knights there. These knights push way forward. Does get clapped on in by these camels. We're seeing a lot of damage there. Camels in pursuit, trying to deal with these forces. And heard a big wave of reinforcements for blue. Looks like blue's starting to go, or no, that's red. Red's going for ballistics now, maybe trying to make his castles a little bit more defensive. And now we've got these knights pushing way forward. Red's captured knight does take out the wounded blue knight. And it looks like blue's knight will pick off red's knight now. Camels in pursuit of these knights there. We've got the obelisks now engaging as well. 4 camels being put up by red. Do we see Imperial Age relatively soon? We do not see Imperial Age here. It's also going to go blast forward. And these camels should be able to get some great damage there. A lot of blue's knights starting going down. Of course, the Archkeeper thanks to his unique technology. Blue's now starting to advance forward with these obelisks. Got these villagers rotating on back. We got all these knights here. Obelisks now engaging as well. Getting some good damage there on these camel riders. Now we've got, it does have Impure Age. The Chinese players now has Impure Age, since it has got the Candy Camel there, and seeing that, Blue decides to cast back out of the game. Just getting out tech there. He probably didn't have Impure Age for being researched. No, he did not. Or it may cancel all the research there because there's literally nothing up there. This is Android saying, thank you for watching, on to the next replay. And as I do need to use restrooms, so I'll be right back. My apologies. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and go on to the next replay. Tatars vs. Magyars. Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the south side as the red Tatars, we have I Am Keem. Spawn on the north side as the blue Magyars, we have Revux 011. Let's cover each player's civilization bonuses. The Tatars, they are cavalry archer civilization. Villagers gather 50 plus 50% food from eatables. So those goats and sheep provide 150 food each. New town centers spawn 2 sheep starting in the castle age. I wonder if they spawn on as sheep or as goats. Units on higher deal plus 25 damage from providing higher elevation, so it makes your high ground even more effective. Thumb ring and parting tactics are free, which are very nice to have for your various. Even just having thumb ring free is also really nice for your archers. You can only go up the crossbowmen, however. But plus was pretty good for skirmishers. Or blue, the Magyars, cavalry civilization. Villagers kill wolves with 1 strike. Forging, cast iron, blast furnace technologies are free, so your melee upgrades are free. Scout cavalry, light cavalry, and hussars cost 50% less. Unique unit is the Magyar Hussar, which is a castle-based hussar unit, which is, of course, a little bit more effective. For an army, Magyar Hussars cost no gold. I think by default they have like 15 gold. And recurve bow. Cavalry archers get +1 range, +1 attack. So both sides can actually get some decent cavalry archers. The Magyars can also get Parthian tactics, thumb ring, and heavy cav. Can they get bracer? They can get bracer as well, so they get some pretty good cavalry archers. +1 attack, +1 range is very good for cavalry archers. The range is key. Not many things actually improve range for a lot of units. So something like that is very, very nice. We do have some red scouts being employed on the field. Blue scouts trying to engage the red scout. And it looks like he is on a hold ground stance there. Does receive fire. Looks like blue scout is trying to pursue that one. Red scout reinforcing scouts trying to push on forward and engage. And now he is going to turn the tables. There is a line here. Of course, they don't automatically attack scouts, nor do they automatically attack monks. Red's now spawning out a good wave of what's called scouts now. Down south, looks like he's so far nothing. He's just going for more spearmen, more villagers. He's not eyeing for any more aggression units. Blue's now pulling out some more scouts. He's going to counterattack with his scouts. Blue's red scouts trying to gauge the wood line there, but they have walled themselves in. There's also these villagers. Okay, they got retasked in order to chop a tree. And we do have these scouts patrol forward. The village of these housing does provide some line of sight. Not a whole lot though. Very, very little. Do have a single spearman up here, so these scouts can receive quite a bit of damage with that single spearman. Looks like just got a general move order there. Got 2 spearmen now pursuing these 2 scouts. And does get plus 50% more food from edibles. Is actually very, very good right now. As long as it gets more and more food from these sheep or goats. We have 4 scouts here versus these 3 scouts here. One of them is severely wounded. One here is only slightly wounded. So these 2 villagers or spearmen will need to support these scouts in engagement. And you got some more blue scouts employed on the field. Red's just eyeing for more villagers. He's not trying to pull out any more military units, but he may need to get out a couple more spearmen. Right now, blue's eyeing for more villagers as well, not eyeing for any more military units. Red should have enough forces here to protect himself. He actually has 4 spearmen across this entire town. Does get some stabs there as well. Scouts are trying to push on forward as well, but they're getting warded away by these spearmen. After all, the spear is probably the weapon war that killed most people in human history. And I'm not joking about that. Some of those medieval weapons have killed more people than our modern firearms. And nukes. I think that like the second most deadliest weapon in human history is probably actually the grenade. I think the crossbow, the spear, and the grenade are the deadliest weapons in human history. After all, one of the deadliest weapons in World War I was actually the grenade. And not the artillery. Or machine guns. We got a good wave of archers here, as was a pair of spearmen. Scouts somehow eyeing to push his way down south. Got these spearmen patrolling around. Patrolling the Mojave. Almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Got, of course, now 2 archers here, which can help pick off these spearmen. The spearmen can also help pick off the spearmen. Now you got these 2 more gold miners the way forward. Let's see. Blue does not have a lot of resources at the moment, so he's not getting out a castle anytime soon. Red is going for castle, which is going to be very important. The birdie does make a bit of sound there as we got these scouts falling back. He does get these villagers inside the town center now. He could receive some town center fire relatively soon. Reds, of course, have to stall out and wait for his castle wage to pull out something a bit heavy. A couple knights will be very handy in this engagement. Of course, as he's pretty far away from that, the build time is very long. In fact, he's going a bit risky. He's counterattacking with these scouts. He's going to be playing around his town center for a bit of time. Does get out another stable there. He's trying to pull out some more of his knights. Do now have a watchtower here. He needs to claim some more gold. He does have enough gold for 1 knight, but I don't believe he has enough for 2. Does get some good stab there. No sufficient affects the cost of knights. You could also go for step lancers. Step lancers are cheaper in gold, and would allow him to get some alpha strikes onto those spearmen. So maybe eyeing for some step lancers. Got 10 military units here. These villagers wood line could be under attack by the bowmen. It's all about ready to get an opening there. Actually, there was an opening there. I'm trying to start hacking down this palisade wall there. You now have a knight being put on the field. Does go for gold mining research now. He does go ahead and back these guys off the far side. There is actually an opening there for him to escape on out of there. He could abandon that wood line for now. Yeah, as they abandon the wood line, there's plenty of wood over here. Does getting out some more of these knights now. Does get a second knight on the build queue. Third knight on the build queue as well. Has a good amount of food. He may be trying to pull out another town center. He doesn't have a whole lot of wood. Yeah, he needs more wood, I guess, in general. Granted, his opponent has denied this wood line. House almost down. Or what's the scaffolding of house. And these guys are not trapped in there. One thing he could have done was build some scaffolding over here and trap these guys, prevent them from going. Only if they were to push forward, they would be trapped inside. He's picking for his now 4 knights. Of course, the spearman can do some good damage there. And down 2 more knights on the build queue. Got more melee armor now being pulled out for the knights, as well as going for stuff, husbandry and bloodlines. These 5 scouts are moving around. We do have now the market being employed on the field. And a lot of these farms are actually expired. He needs more wood, that's for sure. Up north, the single scout remains. Villager count is... Oh, blue just went for just got a castle age. A lot of these villagers are exposed. Let's take out another villager there. Blue does have a slight advantage in villager count as well, so seeing red has gone for faster castle but couldn't build out another town center is a big problem. But right now these knights may change the villager count issue. Got a good number of defensive spearmen here, but the knights can win on a 1v1 against them, and there's more knights and spearmen at the moment. Got blue's knights now in the mix as well. Red's knights are running around trying to break open this wood line. Some of these knights being picked on off. It's not looking good for red. This fire gets another knight goes down there. These knights are trying to engage blue's knights. Doing a good job of that, but now got the blue spearman here. Does got one of red's knights there. Blue's knight has 1 health remaining. And over here we've got these scouts still moving around. Red does have a good number of knights here. Needs more, another town center. Red's down to 34 villagers, not a lot. And blue just have too much of a defense force right now. Trying to counterattack with a handful of archers. And still only has the 1 town center. Blue right now is going for wheelbarrow and has a villager on the build queue, which means he has 2 town centers on the field. So blue's going to be pulling ahead on villager count even more. Red's nice does force back these scouts. Archers getting some hits there on these lumberjacks. We got these guys sort of doing nothing as well. Knights try and push on forward. He could perhaps take time to actually start cooking that wood. He only has watching no Botkin arrow research. Scouts push way forward. One village scout cavalry remains. So this knight is severely wounded, 4 health remaining, 3 pierce armor. So the scout could turn around and stab him. Looks like Blue's supplying out some more of these knights now. And now Red is eyeing for his cavalry archers. He does have, what? Was it faster firing rate for his cavalry archers? No, that was the Mongols. It's a cavalry archer civilization. Gets additional armor for his cavalry archers. And the thumb ring and Parthian tactics are free, but nothing really advanced when it comes to these cavalry archers. The unique unit is a Keshik, which is a melee cavalry, does generate gold per hit. And Red still only has 1 town center. He needs more. Cavalry archers right now, they do have, of course, a fletching bow. No Botkin arrow at the moment. And now the knights are pushed way forward. The cavalry archers not going to be very effective with these knights. They don't really have the high enough damage output to do 7 damage versus the 3 pierce armor of knights. So that would do 4 damage per arrow. And with 120 health, it does take a lot of arrows to put a dent into a knight. Nice job trying to push on forward, trying to get a good engagement onto these villagers. The wood line could be broken in. Can't really go around. That's pretty far distance to go around. There's some more and more cavalry archers. Still just the 1 town center, which still is being a big problem. Red has spent a bit of stone there, so he may have his town center being pulled out somewhere. Not sure where, though. This man's not common for any research requires stone. But Red has a town center queued up somewhere. Now I've got these knights pushing forward in this wood line. Does find a great engagement there, and they're great now. Those villagers are going to go on down. Cavalry archers now eyeing for a counterattack, trying to put some holes into these villagers. And these knights trying to come up down here to respawn. But honestly, Blue has enough knights here to engage Red's knights. Blue has currently 70 villagers versus 40 of his opponent. It's not looking good for Red. Down south, got the knights now engaging. Red does have an inferior force in numbers, so these knights getting well overwhelmed. Takes that one out as well. Got these cavalry archers trying to find hits in these villagers. Blue can lose these. Red cannot lose his. Our focus on some of these knights that are streaming on in. Experiments do get cleaned on up, so a couple of knights do go down as well. And now there's other wood lines under siege. And Red does cast some GG. Yep, with that lack of villagers, that is going to be a big problem for him. It's Angrid saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the pink Magyars. We have Quantum Peach. Spawn top left side as the blue Khmer. We have Aldino, I think. Spawn. Let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses. Magyars, Cavalry Civilization. Villager kills wolves in 1 strike. Foraging, cast iron, blast furnace are free. Scout cavalry, light cavalry, hussars cost 50% less food. Unique units, Magyar Hussar, which is a slightly improved castle-based Magyar or Hussar. Unique attack, Corvinian army. Magyars cost no gold. Their base costs like 15 gold, something dirt cheap either way. And recurve bow. Cavalry archers get +1 attack and +1 range. That range is the bigger part. Team bonus, +2. Foot archers get +2 line of sight. a bit more self-spotting. Over here, of course, got the Khmer, Siege, and Elephant Civilization. No buildings required to advance to the next age. Not going to really be important on this map. Good for arena maps, not necessarily for this map. Farmers do not require mills or towns to drop off food. Battle elephants move 10% faster. Villagers can garrison houses. Unique unit is the Ballista Elephant. Mounted Scorpion, Tusk Swords. Battle elephants get +3 attack. Double crossbow. Ballista elephants and scorpions fire 2 projectiles. Team bonus, scorpions get +1 range. Do now got a militia rush. Do now have man-at-arms been researched. Let's check out the line there, getting some noms onto these man-at-arms. Blue Scout is way over here as well. It's severely wounded. Pink Scout has plenty of health, so he has a lack of support from his own Scout now. Usually we see the Scout supporting these man-at-arms. It's a great damage there onto that villager and does body block and takes out a villager there. Very, very nice. So it looks like blue has like a half a villager advantage. But it looks like pink's villager production is slightly better than his opponent's. Rats take time and start slicing up some of these palisade walls, trying to find an opening there. Nope, he's going to go for the mill. Can no longer mill those berries into a fine paste, soon to be. Try to pull out some more walls over here. There's quite a bit of opening here, so it's going to be hard to wall off some of this area. Looks like this tree line does go all the way to the edge of the map. I actually know that could be an opening there. Harder for me to tell. Mill is starting to go down. The scouts come here to support as well, which help just annoy the opponent from collecting any more berries or fruit. There's a bunch of lemons. Now these men-at-arms trying to deal with these villagers, getting some great damage there. The men-at-arms rush is doing quite well. You can just let the mill go down. You don't really have to save the mill. Save the villagers. They're more important than a mill. Pink's down to 25 villagers. Opponents at 27 villagers. A good villager advantage. And Pink Scout may have went down over here. Don't see a carcass, but I don't see him on the map either. Got a handful of skirmishers there. Does take a blue scout there. Pink Scout is still here and at full health. Villagers now trying to gauge the men-at-arms. Men-at-arms are a little bit wounded there. Archers do find some arrows onto the wood line, making them dance around. And the men-at-arms could potentially take out these skirmishers as well. Men-at-arms trying to push their way forward, trying to get a good engagement. Skirmishers are falling on back. It's a good damage there. Does take out the spearmen. Skirmishers do 2 damage. The man-at-arms do have 1 pierce armor, so they'll do 1 damage each. These skirmishers. They got a lot of spears. And looks like blue's going eye to fall back. He is pointing some more archers there. He may eye for some crossbowmen later on. He can get full arbalest as well as bracers in the future. Right now, Pink is just throwing out some more villagers, not eyeing for any sort of additional production. Has only 1 guy on gold, which is over here. It's a long distance mining. Now trying to stop him from long distance mining. More archers being pulled up by blue. These 2 archers and 3 men-at-arms are running away from these skirmishers, allowing these other 3 archers to push on forward. Pink is still trying to wall up the region. Does get some housing for it. Doesn't start building the house there. Does avoid those archers. Now we've got this forces falling on back entirely. These archers do manage to go on in, trying to engage that wood line. The mill is on fire, but they're just only doing a good job of cooking that food for him. We want to cook berry paste. Just going to body block these villagers here into the wood line there, preventing them from escaping. Those not coming around trying to stab these archers. Gains some good, forcing back the archers at least. Buying time for these skirmishers to push them forward. Does not take out the villager there. 1 health remaining. Takes out another archer as well.
Igen. Szolgálatára.
Skirmisher trying to protect these villagers there. He does have fletching research. And we do have fletching research on both sides.
Parancs.
And arms push way forward, trying to stop this wall from being built. He will fail. Spearman now being forced deployed on out, but it will quickly go down to those man arms. We got a wave of horsemen now advancing on forward as well.
Szolgálatára. Parancs.
Archers and men at arms charging forward, trying to engage these villagers now. They're going to run away. We're seeing a bit of fire now. Skirmishers trying to come over here to respond, trying to get some good hits there.
Szolgálatára.
Does get some good damage there. All these men at arms severely wounded. Does take out Archer as well. Got these scouts and more archers push way forward. This wood line is a little bit exposed to this force. And does quickly take out one of those villagers now. Skirmishers trying to gauge these man at arms. Man at arms charging forward, engaging the spearmen. And we've got the scouts now hitting those man at arm or skirmishers as well. Try to push way forward once again. We're seeing some slices there from these scouts, taking out some of these spearmen or skirmishers. Taking a couple of them out. Skirmishers trying to charge forward, trying to deal with these archers. Does get a good hit there. Scouts still pushing forward. Villagers trying to stab and shank these scouts. Does take out another scout there. And these archers still patrolling, moving around, dancing around the wood line, able to get some more shots there onto these villagers. Good shots there, forcing back these archers there.
Igen.
And Blue's army has largely been diminished. We got another wave of archers been put on field, and now we do got Castle Age for Pink. Blue's also just started his Castle Age, so we do got potentially a tech advantage for Pink for our time being. And there's Castle Age now. Scout's still trying to get some damage here. He's going for Town Watch, apparently. We can, of course, get a Elite Skirmisher. Maybe a good idea if I'm going for Elite Skirmisher at the moment. Or even just even more Scouts wouldn't hurt as well. Cheaper Scouts. Get some Light Cavalry out. Skirmishers not being focused down by these Archers. Pierce armor research for Pink, very, very good. Over here, we do not have another town center being put up by Pink. Very, very nice. Blue's almost at a Castle Age now. We've got Bottle Canaro now being researched by Pink. Not going for the Elite Skirmisher upgrade just yet. Castle Age now research for Blue. More skirmishers about being put up. Pink going for more Pierce armor, which is very good. Right now, the skirmishers have 4 Pierce armor. Should be very effective versus archers. He does have crossbowman research, however, which does mean 7 damage. So the skirmishers only will take 3 damage per arrow, and they don't exactly have the highest health. They need the Elite Skirmisher upgrade sooner rather than later. The additional Pierce armor will increase the armor up to 5, which makes it so they take 2 damage. Scouts still pushing way forward. Those trying to deal with the scouts. Good hits there onto these crossbowmen. He does have less villagers than his opponent, but he does have a second town center right now. I'm not sure what Blue has. Some of these scouts are starting to go on down. These villagers are still dancing around. This town center is been paused in construction. And Blue only has a 1 town center, so if he can hold on, he's able to get more villager production than his opponent. But now we've got some knights deployed on the field. Elite Skirmisher upgrade has been deployed on out. You know how the towns are now seeing some damage. Siege workshop not being built on now. Got these knights patrolling around, trying to get some sort of engagement there. More skirmishers being put on field. He does have the elite skirmisher upgrade. He's got some more spearmen. Scout does go down there, which will greatly diminish the vision range of blue for his knights. Good number of skirmishers here, but there's just far too many knights. These knights will start collapsing on in and pull out some more walls because they're trying to hit these villagers. Crossbowmen should be able to quickly, easily hit them as well. Skirmishers getting overran by these knights. And Pink does back of the game now. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I'm probably going to have to call the stream early tonight. I'm just simply been tired and have not gotten much sleep in the entire week. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good night.